What's up everyone, Callum from Westwood Table Soccer here. Welcome to episode 1 of the brand new mini-series we're going to do. It's a mini-series because it's a lot smaller than the Walls one we did previously, which if you haven't watched yet, it is available as a playlist on our channel. Click onto the channel, scroll yourselves down, you'll see playlist, you'll see it there, Wolverhampton Wanderers Historical Kit Frame Playlist. Click on it, you can watch from beginning to end, or if you want to, if you just want to get to the money shot, episode 5. Okay, get on episode 5. And please, guys, drop some thumbs ups on it. If you're watching it and you like it, thumbs up. It's easy, click it, get it done. It really, really helps me. I've explained it before, but the more likes a video gets, the more likely it is to be recommended and it gets pushed up so that other people that are watching similar videos or maybe looking for something like this are able to find it a little bit better. And also it helps me because it helps grow my audience, which in turn helps push the Beauty-O further out into the world, really, for those of the people that don't know about it or are trying to rediscover it. But yeah, so in this video we are looking specifically at international kits, the national team kits of one particular nation. I'm excited about this frame. I've done an England one before, and it was cool. I liked it. It's classic. As someone who is probably, do I class myself as an England fan? I guess I do. I'm not overly bothered with them. I know they're going to let me down, but I guess I would class myself as an England fan. But this one I'm really, really excited about. This frame, I feel like as a team, Scotland's kits are just better. They're just way, way better than ours. I'm looking through the list now, the just down here, and I'm looking, and there's winners all the way through it. There's a few questionables in there, but you know, that's part of it. I think that's part of a frame, getting those questionable kits in there as well, and sort of showcasing those. But as a general rule, Scotland's kits are amazing. The colour coordination that they tend to use, the colour combination and coordination that they tend to use of navy, red and white just work so well together. And when you match them up with the right base, as I've said on Twitter, the heavyweight base combination is what can take a team from being good to being absolutely exceptional. If you get the right one, they can go from being a good team or a horrendous looking team to being a really, really nice looking team. There's some teams that Beauty-O did, for whatever reason, I don't even know why they did it, they put teams on random base combinations. And they're rare, people get excited about them. But so, for example, I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. I've seen, let's just say, a Peru on claret outers, white inners. Now, for me, Peru looks best white outer, red inner. It's absolutely magic on that combination. Don't need to be on any other combination ever. Just put it on that one. Red and white if you have to, but not claret. White, red. Has to be on that. Don't mess with it. It's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, so, and then later the Beauty-O went through, so lightweights, Beauty-O irritated me because England lightweights and Scotland lightweights, England wear white, Scotland wear blue, but there's a lot of time you'll see in the early lightweights where they're on exactly the same base combination. Navy outer, red inner. Irritates me, completely unnecessary. England, put them on white and navy. Okay, because we're predominantly white. I get it, we're a red, white and blue nation, blah, 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 but white, navy. That, if you can have an England kit on an actual Beauty-O team, that is what I'd want it on, because that's what it should be. Or an all white if you have to, but that's what it should be on. Scotland, navy outer, red inner, or maybe the reverse. The reverse looks decent as well, so red outer, navy inner, which we've got one actually in front of me here. So we're going to go through this. We're going to sort of just showcase a certain amount of kits. We're going to talk about them in a little bit more detail. I'll show you some really nice detailed shots of them. Few little special features in there as well. And then we could probably have about 3 episodes. We'll go through like 6 figures at a time. The last episode will probably have about 8. And that's how we're going to do it. So without further ado, let's get on it. Our first kit then is Scotland 1965. Really, really classic kit. Gone for it on the navy base with the red inner, which for me is classic Scotland. As you can see, we've got a red outer, navy inner a little bit further up. And again, these are the 2 best combinations, I think, for Scotland kits. If I was doing a full team of any Scotland home kit, it would probably be on either one of those two combinations. But the first one we've got then is the classic short sleeve V-neck. Just an absolutely classy kit, this one. Would have been worn by John Gregg of Rangers, a man who made over 44 appearances for Scotland between 64 and 75. And 498 for Rangers. So, bit of a Rangers legend. He would have worn this kit. So, just to look at this kit then, really, really simple. We'll start off with the navy blue. Navy blue goes on first. We leave a space at the top of the socks for the red. And then we've come round at the end with the Citadel white acrylic to do the collar and cuff line. You can try and leave it. So you can try and leave it blank, but I find adding it at the end just brings up a really, really crisp white colour. And then we've added the badge and some classic brown leather boots for this one. So that's where we are with this one, and we move on to the next. Our next kit then is the home kit from the World Cup 1974 in Germany. And again, this is another absolutely classic Scotland kit. This time they've gone with the red socks, white shorts, navy blue tops with the winged collar, with the straight line V-neck. Badge edition, really, really tidy. Client has asked for the number 9 shirt to be left on there, who I believe would have been Joe Jordan for that side. But they had a really, really good front line actually at that World Cup. Dalglish, Jordan, Law, Lorimer. They were a decent looking side then, Scotland. Jimmy Johnston in midfield. But yeah, just a really, really nice kit. Another short sleeve one. Just bought up really, really nicely with the white acrylic. Gone with the white outer, navy inner. Again, it wouldn't have been something I would have chosen if I was doing a full team of these, but because these are going to be framed, it's really, really nice to just mix up the colours, and it can really, really change the way that a frame looks. So that is kit number 2, the home kit from the 1974 World Cup. And you can't have the home kit from the 74 World Cup without the away kit. Now the away kit, my client has asked for the number 4 shirt to be left on the shorts, and the number 4 at that World Cup was the enigmatic, absolutely famous Scottish footballer that is Billy Bremner of Leeds United. Now he looks right at home in the all-white kit. Manufactured again by Umbro. Have not put the Umbro logos on either of these two kits because I just don't feel that it's necessary to do so. Really, really classy looking kits. I have painted the collar on this one in acrylic white, which does make it show up. On close inspection, you can see the lines there. From this distance, I'm not really sure whether you can. But yeah, so I painted the collar in white just because it needs to show up. It had a wing collar, so I've painted it on there so that you can see it. Just a really, really simple kit. Not a lot of paint work to be done on this one. Obviously, with it being a white figure, just had to bring the flesh up to make the sleeve short, and then add the badge. Now, the addition of a badge can take a team or a kit that you've done from being, good, to looking, absolutely bang on. And I feel that's what's happened with these two, the home and away combination from the 74 World Cup, which I believe to be Joe Jordan and Billy Bremner. And let's move on to the next one. Kit number 4 today then is the home kit from Argentina 1978. Again, the number 9 shirt, so again, Joe Jordan. Now this one has the Umbro taping on, an absolutely brilliant feature of any kit made by Umbro in this period is that Umbro taping, which appears on the edges of the kit. Again, it's something that just takes a team from being decent looking to being something special. Now with this one, it's got the taping around the socks, the taping up the side of the shorts, and then across the top of the shoulders and down the sleeves. Another one that's got the winged collar straight cut across the neck. Again, the navy blue, as with all of these, is a custom mix. Now you can get Humbrol navy blue, which I believe is reference 104. The reason I haven't used 104 is because I've run out of 104, and I probably wouldn't have used it anyway, just because I've had a couple of 104s, and in my experience of Ref 104 Humbrols, is sometimes I've had one that looks slightly greener, and I had one that was pretty much perfect, and the last 2 tins I had. So not really sure why that is, but with this one, it's a custom colour mix. You can guess the 2 colours that I mixed together, but I'm not going to tell you how I did it. But this is it then. So that's the home kit from the 1978 World Cup in Argentina. With the taping, we're going to show you a little bit later on with some information about how to do the taping when we get to the end kit. But so the umbro taping added, let's have a look at what's next. Kit 5, the chain strip from Argentina 1978 with the number 8 on the shorts, which is the King Kenny, Celtic and Liverpool legend. This one is another kit that has the umbro taping on it. Really, really nice little selection of colours. The use of the red on the socks, I think, really sets this team off. It's something that takes it, I think, from being a half-decent kit into being something a little bit special, especially on Subbuteo. That addition of the red into the socks just makes it 100% Scotland. White shirt, again, classic white shirt. It's got the winged collar on it. Again, not sure if in this video you can see, but I have painted it in white acrylic just so you can see it. Else you end up with just a plain white, and it does look a little bit naff if you don't do anything at all. But the acrylic white is a little bit brighter, so it shows up really nicely. So that's where we are with this one. I've gone with this one on a navy outer, white inner. If you comboed it up with the one on the left of it, if you had a Subbuteo team, they don't clash at all. Just a really nice kit. Again, it's classy, it's got details, but it's managed to keep itself with a level of class. I tend to find that a lot of kits, especially nowadays, they add in these pointless colour fades and details and ridiculous shapes and this stuff that just doesn't need to be on there. It's just there for being their sake. It doesn't really work for me. Whereas this one, just a plain white shirt, the umbro banding, really tidy. And now we're going to come on to the 6th and final one we're going to look at today, and it is the chain strip from 1980 to 1982. Again, it's got the umbro taping on. It's a later edition than the two previous. It's just a really nice and clean effort. It's a red one. It's a little bit different for Scotland. A red away kit as opposed to the white. It's got the navy shorts with the red umbro taping. It's got the white socks. So again, they've kept all their colours, the navy, the white and the red, and they've used them to great effect here. Now I've chucked this one as a little bit of a curveball onto a sky and a red base combination. I think it works quite well. If I was going to use it, I'd want to try and stay away from the navy and the red combination, just because if you were going to create two teams, your home kit for Scotland would be on the navy and the red. Which is why I've decided to go with a slightly lighter colour, just because I feel like it brings it all together. It's got the number 5 on it. This would have been used in the build-up to Spain 82, but I don't believe that they wore this at Spain 82. But yeah, so that is the 6 kits we've got in this frame. So there you can see the 6 kits that we've created for this one so far. Really nice kits, and I think I've proved my point already that Scotland's kits are better than England kits just with these 6. The Scotland badge is one of those badges that lends itself to Subbuteo painting really well. It works perfectly, it sets kits off, it takes them to another level, along with some of the other little minor detailing pieces. And we're going to show you now a little bit of stuff with the final red kit that we recorded some paintwork for. I'll voice over the footage to explain what's going on, but it's a little bit of time-lapse work, so here it is. To create the badge, then you put a white circle in to create the basic shape. Then we come around to put in the yellow shield into the middle. Next stage we took then was to put the blue around the outside, the navy blue for the lettering around the badge. Next up we come on to the red line. Now with this it just needs to be a red area in the middle. Then we finish it off with just a touch of green. Next stage with this figure is to do the boots. We've gone with black boots. It's a 1980s figure, so the chances are the boots would have been black. Not modern enough to have flash colours, but not old enough to be brown. Just looking for a nice neat job around here. Don't want to do anything too special. Don't want to take up too much sock either, but just a nice tidy job around the boots. Player comes out the base for this. Don't want to risk getting paint on the base. Just a simple job, but really effective, brings teams together. pop him into his base, and then we're going to come on to painting his head. Again, just follow the skin line round. I've already put the flesh on, so we're just coming around and just filling in that white space, and we can take up any flesh space if we need to, if we feel like we need to come down anywhere a little bit more. And there we go, that finishes him off nicely. Right, okay then, so with this Scotland kit, it has the umbro taping on the sleeves, and also around the socks, and also on the shorts. Now on the shorts it is supposed to be red. Now the issue you'll have with that, if you're going to paint it, is that red does not go over navy blue all that well. You can do it, but the colour will lose its vibrancy. So what I've done, just off camera, is I've painted the umbro taping in white. And all I'm going to do is just cover it over in red. So that's the little tip for you there. For this one, umbro taping can look really good. The other thing to note actually would be that I do the diamond pattern first, and then put the outer sort of white stripe down the outside. Trying to do it the other way around, you might end up with not enough space in the middle to get your diamonds. I just found it's the way that works best for me. So if you're going to do umbro taping, for me, diamonds first, then do your outer line. So let's just fill this guy in red. Apologies in advance if you can't totally see what I'm doing here, but you'll be able to see the end result. It's quite a hidden bit round behind his arm, but still needs doing. So there you can see that one is now red. Just got to do the same on the other side. Cool, so there you can see red umbro. And guys, the end of episode 1 of the Tartan Army frame. Now it's the first 6 kits. I hope you've enjoyed looking at them and the little bit of detailing that we went into in that last little time-lapse video there. I'm excited by this one. Now these 6 kits, I have definitely proved my point that Scotland kits are better than England kits, and there's still some beauties to come. As I said before, there's some questionable ones coming up as well, but they're part of a club's history or a national team's history, and I feel like to make a true reflection of that team or that club history, you've got to pick some of them dodgy ones as well, because they're part of that team, they're part of that history, they're part of that makeup, and they become iconic. And that's why we pick them. I didn't pick these kits though. In fairness, these were given to me by my client, but he has picked some absolute beauties in here. There's a few little extra customization bits that he's asked for to be included, with the inclusion of the short numbers, and on some of the later kits the shirt numbers as well where necessary, and we'll come on to those when we get to it. coming up alongside me, you would have noticed already individual steals of the 6 kits we've done, but we'll leave it there. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, just minimize this video, click it now. So yeah, minimize the video, and underneath you'll see Westwood Table Soccer, and it will say subscribe. If you just click that, click it. Awesome, you've done it, you clicked it. Excellent. While you've minimized the video, if you want to give the old little thumbs up, a little tap as well, that would be great. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's been a slightly different way of going around the frame video, just trying to keep it fresh, and that's about it. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good weekend. It's Sunday today. This video hopefully is going to come out on the same day. Just need to bring it all together. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe.